What's going on, y'all? Today we're going to talk about the new episode of The Rising of the Shield Hero. The episode starts off as Naofumi vows to keep Vittoria's promise as they head to the Spear Hero, and he remembers how she was talking about keeping the promise that she said about gathering all the heroes together. So what was interesting to me was Vittoria was making this a big deal in the previous episodes, how they needed to be reunited for the waves. One of the things that Vittoria said that really grabbed my attention was that one hero that is lost will make the waves even harder for all of them. So basically she's saying almost it's impossible to survive the waves without having all the heroes together. And so to me it just gave me the feeling that Naofumi actually knows the true meaning of having all the heroes together. Like this is important for survival. And so that was interesting to me.
After Vittoria dropped off the hero and his party, they find out, Vittoria tells them that there's one hero nearby. And so they start heading over there, and Naofumi's like, if it's Ren or Itsuki, we can talk to them and blah, 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 get this all sorted out. But it's like the worst of all of them, and it's the Spear Hero. And right out the gate, the Spear Hero starts attacking them, and Naofumi doesn't know why, but then he realizes this is legit, he's actually trying to kill me. And it's because the other two heroes are dead, according to the Spear Hero. And he's blaming Naofumi. And at first, Naofumi's not denying it, and he's doing like normal Naofumi. Like he just like stays quiet and is just getting mad about it. But then he remembers the promise which Devin talked about, and he's like, he finally says, no, I didn't kill him. It wasn't me.
And then what's interesting, he said, did you find any bodies?
Yes.
Did you find any evidence?
Where's the proof?
He was like, yeah. He's like, I'm assuming based on your answer, you didn't find anybody, so they could be still alive. It was this. I mean, we're assuming that based off this episode, it's speculation that they're dead.
I'm with Naofumi. If you didn't see the bodies yet, I'm gonna believe they're still alive.
Exactly. Also, what's interesting was Melty said that she thinks that is mind involved in this, and so there's this whole thing where we think that mind we thought that mind might have something to do with it, because you know how mind is. She always being crafty and
shady.
Always trying to plan things to bring down Naofumi. So we think that mind was trying to frame the deaths of the two heroes on Naofumi. That's like, again, classic mind type agenda right there.
The Spear Hero and his party's attacks are a whole lot more powerful than Naofumi and his party. You see Melty, her water shield getting broken through by Mind's ability, and the Spear Hero is just like pushing the Shield Hero back. And we know that the Spear Hero and his party have leveled up before. They've gone through that whole thing, and Naofumi still hasn't. They're all like maxed out right now.
What was interesting though, but Naofumi was still able to keep up with him because of the skills that they developed. So even though they weren't at their level, their skills really helped them as they were fighting.
Yeah, they've seen a whole lot more, except outside of just the war or just the waves. I enjoyed the fight a lot. We got to see Philo use her claws again. We got to see some combos, and that's something that we hadn't seen before. The Spear Hero's party uses combos, and Naofumi's like, interesting. It showed up on his screen, and then we got to see theirs, which I thought that combo was pretty cool. You know?
Even Melty and Philo, they had a combo as well. So everybody was doing it.
Yeah, synchronized attacks and stuff. Yeah.
After the fight, Philo senses something and gathers everybody together, and she says to Naofumi to put up his shield, to fire up his raid shield, and to make a big shield. And he makes a shield, the shield prison, and cascades them in that shield. And she says, make another one and another one, because I mean, this just gives you the feeling that this is gonna be big. And then all of a sudden you see this big like light blast to shine down on him, and it like almost breaks through the shield.
It breaks through the two airstrike shields and then breaks through the shield prison. And then at the end, the only thing that's undamaged is the ground near the Shield Hero because of his shield. Then we see the Pope standing at the edge of the crater that they're in, and Mind's like, what did you just do? Like, you just attacked the future queen. And this is where we find out that the Pope and the church have this whole plan to overthrow the kingdom.
Mine says, "You almost killed the future queen. What are you doing?" And then the Pope goes in to talk about how both royalty and the heroes are basically
Unrighteous.
And they're to be destroyed. And so it goes into detail about talking about all the stuff that they did wrong and why they deserve to be died. And then what was interesting was he says, according to the script. And I remember what you were saying, how he has an agenda to where he's gonna frame them. He's going to kill all of them and say that Naofumi killed both the heroes and the royalty. That was interesting to me.
Yeah, and then on top of that, then he's gonna kill Naofumi with God's judgment.
Yeah.
And and then Melty says, he goes, yeah, it's like that logic sounds familiar or something like that. And looks over at mine, and I'm just like, dude, yes, like
mine deserves it.
Yeah, mine's getting exactly what she's been putting Naofumi and his party through.
And she was speechless, by the way.
Yeah, and it's so annoying. It's kind of satisfying to see mine in this boat, and we're talking about, is mine behind this too?
Yeah, I was like, this would be.
I don't know. Like, is she that?
This would be.
Is she that bold?
This would be crazy if she is behind it, because, like, she actually legitimately looks like legitimate. I don't know anything about this. Like, she
doesn't look scared.
Yeah.
But she does look like confused.
Yeah, she looks kind of confused. So if she is playing off, it's believable.
Yeah.
And I mean, she would literally be like Satan.
And they're both. We already call her a snake and stuff, but they're both, the Pope and mine. They have their stories and they twist reality. They twist the truth, and they're both willing to kill anybody, even royalty, or even, well, they're both trying to kill royalty because, you know, mine was trying to kill Melty.
Yeah.
But, like, they're both willing to kill for whatever they want, and they're both twisting reality. And I mean, I'm sure this guy who serves God would say lying's a sin, but yeah, look at this guy. He's over here, got this whole story already made up.
I mean, it's twisted.
One thing we thought was, when the Pope was recapping what everybody did wrong, and the seed for the place where the famine was, the dragon, it turned into this like epidemic where all this disease was spreading, and then the country, when Itsuki helped take down the government in the country, and then there was like, ended up, the new government rose and it just like collapsed and stuff. So one thing we're talking about is, what if the Pope was somehow behind telling the spear hero where the seed was, telling, you know, Ren to go over there and kill the dragon, and pushing Itsuki to go to that kingdom.
Basically framing them.
Yeah, like putting them in these situations where he knows how they're gonna act, and then because at beginning we thought maybe mine was telling the spear hero to do all this stuff, right? But they all did something that caused more chaos and more destruction to the rest of the areas. What if the Pope was, this is his whole purpose from the beginning? Even though they're the Pope of the Church of the Three Heroes, I mean, at the rate it's going with him, I could see him having framed them all. He's already planning on lying about their deaths. Like, I don't know.
Also, we were thinking, theoretically, that we think that the church might be involved with the waves, and if so, we were wondering how. Because Vittoria was saying that there's going to be, basically mentioning that there's going to be a threat that they all four need to be present and alive for. And so what if the church is one of those threats, or that threat? Also, I mean, for all we know, we haven't seen the queen. We don't know where the king's at. We don't know if they're alive. We don't know what role they're going to play in this. So y'all let us know your thoughts, theories, what y'all think about this episode, what y'all think about that. And as far as how the church is going to play out in the waves, just let us know in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe. With that said, I'm Devin.
Noah.
And we'll see you next time.